What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukishu. We are back with another Musume video. This video, we are going into day 2 of round 1. And we're just pretty much going to be chilling. I mean, we are in Group B already, but if we somehow, some way go into Group A, well, that's beyond my control. Because they're the one racing, and I'm just letting them in. And if they win, they win. But today's video, we're just going to be going through the tickets while I go over the comments. Pretty much, if we go in Group A, we go into Group A. If we stay in Group B, we stay in Group B. Pretty much simple as that. But before we do jump into the races and the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the circle request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, let me actually swap out Suzuka. I guess I'm gonna just add another Uma, that a short distance Uma that was like in the low UBs. just to see. I don't think the Suzuka was any better than the other one. I think. Doesn't seem like it. Who else? Did I get a UB2 on anyone? I don't even know. This is there is Amazon. If we really wanted to try, you know what? Let's just try this UB1 Cowstone Light. Screw it. No, we'll just mix it in with Amazon just so we could see. Or didn't we have right here? Let's just try my short distance Umas that I trained. Are they gonna do well? Well, Bakushino got me to Group B at the very least, or Cap and Bakushino. But yeah, I didn't manage to train a better one, so here we are. Just looking at the short distance Umas that I tried to train. But just like yesterday, we are always in the CM. We're gonna see the first race, see how that goes, and then after that, immediately go into the comments. But nip curtains in the back, probably because it's just a lot of runners or leaders. The Randall being the only like short distance chaser pretty much. And that's not my Bakushino. Past halfway through the race. Also light. Maybe. Run away, Calsum. Run away. Just don't let her. Oh no, you see Hishi Akabono catching up there? Look at her. I didn't even see when Sakura Bakushino passed my Calstone Light. I didn't even see it. I don't even know what happened towards the end. It was just bad. It was just bad. But you know what? Let's just move on to the comments. There, started the race. First comments are going to be from Nova. Well, first CM run and got the 3 wins needed. It seems that winning Halos and Machan are MVPs. Not sure if Durandal was just having a bad day or not. Seeing wedding dresses running and winning is hilarious to me. Imagine doing that IRL. It'd be funny IRL, I guess. It's like you never see that, but the real thing here is like no matter how unsure or you feel like you don't want to go to Group A, Nova, you just somehow find your way to Group A because we expect it from you, Nova. At least I expect it. Like you say you want to go to Group B, sure, but you're most likely going to Group A if anything. If anything. I think Pokemon is either a hit or miss with every version. Let's see, with X and Y, I think this Pokemon anime season was the best. The art style, narrative, and even a romance plot between Ash and Serena was pretty well done. I'd say they did well to include some kind of romance, at least one-sided romance. It's not really between Ash and Serena. It feels more one-sided because, like we know, Ash, all he cares about is Pokemon and Pokemon battles. So it was one-sided, but I do get it. I did enjoy that. As for the starters, I still think they are pretty good. The starters are fine if we're talking about X and Y. Starters are perfectly fine. My only I was gonna say my only criticism, I guess, is like what would be my criticism from the starters? I mean, I felt like maybe Delphox could have been better, but with Legend ZA giving her a Mega Stone and all that, I think she's fine the way she is then at this point, because they finally gave her the Mega Stone and all that. I think the Alola region was the generation I disliked the most. I really didn't play much of that game when it first came out. That was Pokemon Sun and Moon, by the way. Oh, no worries. I know my Pokemon. I know my Pokemon. Sun and Moon, or as we like to call Alola. I think initially it was when it first came out. It was probably my most disliked one, probably. But to be honest, the only reason why I disliked it was the animations and you could say the change in personality in Ash. And what I mean by that is like you had Ash in X and Y, who was his most badass, so to say, he's ever been throughout the whole series of Pokemon. And yes, until this day, I still think he got scammed out of a out of a win in the league. That was his league. I don't care. That one and also the fourth one in Sinnoh. The fourth one should have easily been his if his only hardest matchup outside of Paul was Tobias with his Darkrai. And who knows what else other 4 Pokemon we had. We just never got any more information out of Tobias since Sinnoh. So, but going back to Alola, I originally just hated it because, like, just from the start, animations, the way Ash was, they made him stupid goofy. And the way it just, like, it continued off from X and Y, like, I just hated it. Like, I wanted some kind of like, there was no thinking about how he nearly won or anything like that, but X and Y just completely disappeared. Kalos completely disappeared right when Alola started. But I just originally hated it just because what just happened in X and Y, the animations, and the slight change in Ash, even though you could still see that he still has that grit in him or whatever. He was just they legitimately made him a kid after that, after X and Y. But at the end of the day, after getting over what happened in Alola, Alola actually became better than Black and White to me. And the last one before they swapped over to Horizons, the Galar region one, that one was actually really good in my opinion. Not as good as X and Y or Sinnoh in my opinion. It's just the reason why I like the last one a lot is all the regions were involved, all different trainers from different regions he met, or just the champions, so to speak, were involved. Being able to go back, I like that. I like that. So yeah, Black and White was just literally I hated it. I hated his team. I hated what happened in the Pokemon League, how he lost. It was just bad. It was just bad. And Gen 5 in general, that was like, in my opinion, probably the laziest they were when it came to, I guess, Pokemon design. That's how it feels to me personally, at least. Like, the biggest example is Trubbish, the garbage bag, or his evolved form Garbodor, the literal trash pile. That was probably one of my biggest gripes. But just like, I don't know. There was just something about Black and White. I was just like, it just feels like an afterthought. It just feels like an afterthought. I don't know. But that's my Pokemon rant. That's my Pokemon rant. But Switch 2 for Fire Emblem. Just Fire Emblem. If you were just getting the Switch 2 for Fire Emblem, I think you could have waited a bit longer to get the Switch 2 then. You should have waited just a bit longer and just bought Pokemon for the original Switch. If there's literally no any other series, yeah, I guess title series or games that you would play. Rick responded saying, I still haven't bought Fire Emblem Engage, so of course I haven't played it yet. That makes sense. That makes sense. Nova responded saying, Engage has a pretty weak storyline, but amazing gameplay, whereas Three Houses had amazing storyline, but okay combat gameplay. I think the next one is set in Rome or Egypt, so this one's going to be very interesting. I did consider trying out the gacha for Fire Emblem, but I think I just didn't want to play something that I'm so many years behind in content. The thing is, Three Houses had more of the how Fire Emblem was how Fire Emblem gameplay normally is, you know. Engage, now that was just more of just a, you know, what do they call those? A hack and slash type of deal. Yes, the series, Fire Emblem series, but two different gameplays. So it's kind of hard to, if you really love Fire Emblem, you would love the OG gameplay more, which in my opinion, I still do like it. Just the hack and slash thing is just kind of just more normalized. I kind of don't feel amazed or anything like that. It's just like, it just feels normal. So to me, Engage is more, if you were to say weak storyline, for me the gameplay is just more normal. Nothing too amazing. Since it's Fire Emblem, I didn't enjoy the characters. I didn't enjoy the story. That's what I played for. For the gameplay, If it impresses me, then it's just a bonus. It's just a bonus. As for the gacha, I did play it early on. I still have it in my phone. I could log in. I still have my account. It just never stuck, to be honest. It's been a while, but Xenoblade main lore is the appeal for me. The side missions are kind of okay, but I did those bamboo looking things called non-pawns. They do have their own lore too. If I remember what you're talking about. I most likely probably did it. I think the main thing for me is like for games like Xenoblade, open world, RPG, JRPG, it's like there's so many to do. If, let's say at the time, because obviously I bought the game new, bought the game at full price. Like I said about Silent Hill, I'm gonna play the game to where I feel like I got my money's worth. Silent Hill? Going for all the endings? Yeah, because as of right now, I didn't get all the endings. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I think I have like 4 or 5 chapters, or not 4 or 5, like 3, 4 chapters left. I'm pretty much almost done with the game. It's been faster because it's New Game Plus. Yeah, New Game Plus. I don't know, but it's my 5th playthrough, pretty much. And yes, I feel like I got my money's worth. But that's not even like the main argument, especially these days with games being 6, 70, 80 bucks, maybe more. It's just, I enjoyed the series. I mean, if there's more to do, then I'll do it. Just to get more enjoyment out of the game. Like if I had just done the main story and there was so much to do on the side. Did you really enjoy the game? Besides the main lore? Like there's a lot of side stuff that, in my opinion, pretty worth and all that. But that's just for me. That's just me coming from a guy who likes to pretty much keep playing or play as much of the game as possible rather than just play the story and call it a day. Especially if you were to get the game at full price, but it's a Nintendo game, so it's probably still full price at this point still, because Nintendo games don't go on sale rarely, like once, maybe twice a year. Speaking of echo stats, I did a pretty good Nightmare Hecate for Lova this week. Crit damage and crit rate secured. I have a 3-star echo that needs to be changed. Right now it only has crit damage, so yep, have to grind more. I don't have Frolova, so I mean, I could do improvements for a lot of my main characters I use. Could, especially with the current ones where you can train or freely farm the echoes just once per day, but you get a decent amount. So I could improve with Augusta, and Galbrena if I wanted to. Because I just been doing it every day as part of my daily routine in WHHHHYY, so maybe I would. Maybe I will. Because I'm not really... If I do, it means using more of those those XP stuff for echoes. I think I'm running low. Don't know how I wasn't running low before, but definitely for sure running low because if I'm being honest, a lot of the recent echoes builds have been kind of took a while, so it did use a stupid amount of of those XP things. But if we're talking about not the XP things, but the tuner things, that I've never really had an issue. This is the first time where I feel like I'm starting to worry about the XP, the Echo XP. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, I said the same thing for Zenless. I could improve upon some characters. It's just if I choose to do it now or later. My advice is that even if you do play Stellasaura, just enjoy it as a free-to-play as usual. Don't be concerned with the gacha. I'm rerolling because I know that I can't get away with it rerolling this time around. Also, low-key coping for them to change. I think if I do choose to play Stellasaura, it's going to be the same approach as normal. But I'll be honest, I didn't really have a strong feeling to even play it to begin with. Yes, I knew about it. Yes, I seen it. It's just I never really had a. They didn't pull me in as much. So I could give it a try, but it's not like I'm gonna be fully committed. So if I'm already feeling off-put by it, let alone didn't really feel like I was gonna or was convinced to like be like, oh, I want to play it, you know, type of deal. I don't feel a need to to try it out. So I think for the most part I'll try out the Chaos Zero Nightmare over Stellasaura. Accidentally going into Group A. It's a trap. It could be. It could be. I almost made it last time. With 2 wins. I think I had 2 wins here also, but... And then Rick says, whatever you say. Right? Nova would say he accidentally went to Group A this time around because he did say he wanted a Group B, but we all know he's gonna go to Group A. There's no change to that. CZN Chaos Zero Nightmare had a 5-hour maintenance at launch today, so that's kinda... Also, I'm rolling now, but the prologue is very traumatic. The monsters are horrifying. I think you'll like that. There could be a difference between horrifying in your eyes and horrifying in my eyes. If our difference in enjoyment for horror is different. I guess I need to see it by design though. But I'll be there. Hopefully sometime this weekend or even today. Because I'm close to finishing Silent Hill, so I can most likely get that finished and edited by hopefully Monday. So it'll be up by Monday, hopefully. If not, sometime next week, obviously. And then, yeah, I can most likely get Silent Hill at least finished playing wise by today, later today, and then get started with Dead Space. I don't know if I'll get started with it right away. Probably take a break. Maybe start it tonight or something. All I know is I'm starting Dead Space over the weekend, and my goal is to at least get half. But if I can get at least 2/3, which is a little bit over half, then I'll take it. 2/3, 3/4, whatever. That way I don't have to worry about it too much as we approach the final week of me to get Dead Space out. Well, I mean, I could get it out after, but I had the goal to get it out by Halloween or by the day sometime in Halloween, I guess. And I can do it. Let's just hope I don't be too stupid in Dead Space. Yeah, there was a lag there just now. You are using tablet, right? I can only speak for DMM, and I have not seen that kind of lag yet. It wasn't the tablet that lagged. It was my computer that lagged. Because I said that both my monitors froze. Has nothing to do with my tablet. Both monitors froze, as in I stared at my monitors, moving my mouse, looking at OBS, and nothing was going on. Tablet was fine, because I could see the screen on my tablet, and it was still going. So, yes, it wasn't a tablet. I think my computer just had a hiccup at that exact moment, maybe. A slight hiccup. But it's fine. There's also some time I need to set aside to try out Duet Night Abyss. Oh, same here. I'm expecting that it's gonna be grindy AF like Warframe. I really don't want to stay in that game long term, just trying out of curiosity's sake. I mean, for the most part, most of these games, unless I actually am excited and really want to play it, most of these games are pretty much out of curiosity. Like, the reason why I'm not really into Stellasaur, I was just more curious than anything. That's why I don't feel as bad to not start it or whatever. It's the same thing with CZN. That's more out of curiosity because the horror element in it. But it's gonna have that enjoyment that I feel like it'll last and be part of my list of gotchas. See, we'll see. And then this is gonna be the same thing with Duet Night Abyss, because I never played Warframe. And I did hear that comparison once or twice. Well, I guess maybe twice or 3 times now. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I think it's next week, right? Couple days, 4 days, I think. Could be wrong, but I think my Taiwan friend is only a lore enjoyer when it comes to FGO. I wish you could see the 2.x story, but he's most likely gonna skip it. I do wonder what happens in 3.0. Flying won't be a feature, so maybe we'll have echoes to ride around. I don't think flying will be in feature early on, or probably as the story is going. Probably because they just don't want to, have it there in the new region, because it'll probably be like Huang Long. Well, they'll add it later, probably once you get established. Once we get established in the third or in the other region, maybe. Oh, the Miyabi guy is another guy from Ohio. Oh, I don't remember the guy from Ohio. Rip guy. But last comment from Nova says, I got time to train some more. Gonna see if a Vivlo short distance for fun would be the highlight for the CM. Hey, you can make it a highlight if you want. Looking at the CM, we are possibly accidentally going into Group A if someone grabs a win here. Someone, doesn't have to be Cap, it doesn't have to be Bakshin, it doesn't have to be Callstone. It's just one of those three is gonna get a win, and I'm gonna end up in Group A when I don't want to be in Group A. Oh well. Other than that, thank you Nova for all the comments, and Rick for replying to 2 of them. Next comments is going to be from Eugen. First one says, me peak video. Oh wait, it's round 1, day 1. Oh no, I don't have Uma prepared yet. Me eat lunch. I still think you'll be okay. And then the last one says, from Eugen, if I could have Sports Bogshin, I could have went and included to my lineup. Envy. When Nova said, unbelievable statement that he will have a hard time to sprint CM. Well, it is indeed unbelievable, because you see the lineup, 5-0 he posted. So yeah, Shushu, just Nova things. Oh, I know. He always says he's going to have a hard time, or he doesn't feel like he's going to do good or anything like that. Or he feels like he didn't do well in training or whatever BS he wants to say. But he still ends up in Group A. That's why I'm not surprised. By 5-0, that's even more of a surprise than anything. Or is it really a surprise after saying all that? I guess not really. Yeah. Never was really worried about Nova. He says he's gonna aim for Group B. I just agreed because it's just Nova being Nova. We all know he's gonna make it a Group A. Day 1, round 1, I use placeholder, a quick train B short aptitude turbo, and UC8 Machan and UB3 Biko. Well, Machan seems bullied some UB, so yeah, I got 2 wins. On the last entry, I was about to accidentally go to UA because it was you mean Group A, I guess, not UA. Because it was win-win, lose-lose-lose. So like crucial moments on last entry and last race. So I'll do the day 2 when I get back home after work. Hopefully, if you remember. Yeah, you're basically on par with me. And it's funny because that's currently what I am right now. Win-win, lose. I still got this race and the next race. So we'll see what happens. Although I'm not going to do the last entry because where you pay to do the last ticket, because that's possibly forcing me into Group A when I don't feel confident. So I'm not going to do it. But thank you, Eugene, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And the last comment is going to be from Kazuki. I think for me, the Genshin story started to get better and skyrocketed is in the Sumeru arc story. That literally made me cry. My eyes bawled in tears. Okay. I probably didn't give Sumeru its credit. But I'll admit, Sumeru is probably where it started. But I feel like it didn't really hit me until like Fontaine. And honestly, I still feel like Natlan was better. Oh my gosh, we got the 3rd win. Inazuma kind of mid and Natlan is underwhelming compared to Fontaine. There's literally only one Shinigami hype, which is Moiko versus Capitano. That literally lasts for like 3-4 minutes. Really? The whole nation going through all that? Paimon actually losing her mental? And she nearly gave up all the drama that they all went to? That wasn't good enough? That one. You can't. Inazuma, Liwa, and Mondstadt stacked together can't compare to Natlan. I don't know. In my opinion, Natlan did really well. The Moika Capitano fight, yes, I give credit to that, but I don't. Fight scenes aren't what it's all about to me. Like it'll be a reason, but I actually did enjoy the story of Natlan a lot. As for Sumeru, I think I was just really felt more disconnected. Because rather than this was, from what I remember, it was the whole Nahida thing, pretty much. But it was still sad. Like it was still sad with also Fontaine with the whole Farina thing. But to me, it was like seeing the whole entirety of Natlan go through that crap. Instead of like it revolving around one person, Fontaine being basically Farina, Nahida being Sumeru. For me, it was more like the whole nation in Natlan was like screwed. It wasn't just the Archon. It wasn't just Moika being badass all the time whenever she had to. Heck, she was even that strong knowing what we know, well, if you remember. So, in my opinion, Natlan, in my opinion, we all have our own opinions. In my opinion, Natlan was the best. Maybe it's a little bit of recency bias, but to me, it was better than Fontaine. It was better than Sumeru. And I don't know about this Not Cry story so far. I didn't do the recent update to it, but it is what it is. I'm pretty much just there to enjoy the story. Well, enjoy what I can from the story, but in my opinion, that landed well. It was really sad too in many different parts, just not for certain, for like the main characters or whatever. It was actually sad for like even outside of the main characters, side characters, main characters alike. They all had their moments, in my opinion. But and for Mondstadt, Liwa is the starter pack story. But yeah, I heard that Mondstadt story got continued, but already quit, so don't know what goes on anymore. Well, you know more than enough if you literally went all the way to Natlan. But other than that, thank you, Eugen, Kazuki, Nova for the comments, and Rick for replying. Appreciate it as always. Let me double check that there aren't any more comments before we close up this video. Just want to be sure that there aren't anything that I'm missing. This was from Global. Seems like we should be good. So, yeah, we unintentionally made it to Group A, so I feel more obligated to try and get a better short distance Umas, because it seemed like my short distance Umas, even though they weren't trained the best compared to the non-short distance Umas that I trained, they got the wins. Well, besides Cap, but they got the wins. So I'll give them. I'll try my best to train one or two before round 2. Obviously, you guys are not going to see round 2 because it starts tonight, and then Saturday night is day 2, right? That's Friday. Yeah, tonight should be round 2, day 1. Saturday night should be round 2, day 2. Sunday night should be the day off, and then Monday night should be the thing, the finals. Should be right. So I don't know what Monday's video would be. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? I hope I got that right. I hope I got that right. Actually, I could just check the news, but I might as well check the news a bit. Let's see. When does it end? The end date is basically the day of the finals. So the day before it will be the start of the day. So the 28th. Yeah, it's Monday night, so I was right. So I don't know what Monday's video is going to be. I'm going to be honest. It could be... What could be Monday's video? It could be maybe trying to finish up what we have left for Master Challenge. Something. I really don't know. I'll figure it out over the weekend. But we did make it to Group A, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll figure it out. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys did in your CM run so far, day 2, round 1. Or I guess since it's the weekend, also let me know what you guys have planned for the weekend, as well as where you end up after round 2. And if there's anything else you guys do want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description as well. There is a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined the circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called WHHHHYY. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. And yeah, not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.